Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LTA North. Spring 2025.
We're going to see if Dig is going to go for this, if XU, excuse me, is going to go for this. They have spotted him out.
Warded out. Okay, this could be dicey. Now that they know he's here, I feel like this is a tough one. Who he wants to try to dive in there, but immediately going to be knocked up into the air. Vulcan doing a great job. It's first blood over to Cloud9. Disguised will get what they came for, but the cost is extreme as XU tries to escape, and that cow is about to become a carnivore. XU slams him into the wall to try to buy a little time, but Vulcan's going straight to the bank with it.
Yeah, Vulcan this dragon as well. We'll see if DGG can find an angle.
Vulcan wants to keep XU away. Nice steal from XU, though. Early smite from Blabber gets punished, but now XU in some serious danger as Cloud9 should be able to pick up a free kill on the Skarner without a flash. Abadaga also dropping in the picture-in-picture. You could see he was dueling with Loki, returning to the grub pit, wanting to take these last couple of them here as the fifth one is secured by Blabber. Now Deadly Flourish onto XU as Blabber and Vulcan are ready to be engaged. Three-man pulverize coming out from the Alistar. Abadaga wants to knock him away. Meanwhile, the 1v1 down in the bottom lane as Castle takes out Thanatos, but C9's looking to take the fight up here on the top side. A little bit more damage is going to finish off Blabber, but he's still staying alive. Another re-engage coming out from Vulcan. The curtain call opens up, but nobody undisguised is dead just yet. Sven keeps shooting. Sven keeps missing.
And you can see Vulcan's getting down there, and they just forced the pool. So now it's actually really risky for Castle, who has no flash or ignite. I think they're going to dive Castle on the bot side with Vulcan.
Yeah, Loki should just be dead up here. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, they are looking to make that play onto Castle, who wants to try to get away. A little bit more damage still required. He's about to get the empowered transfusion, but it's too little, too late. Thanatos gets revenge, 1-for-1 trade across the map.
Yeah, really good play there from Vulcan. Gets down towards that bottom side. As soon as the pool was used by Castle, Thanatos just had to trade aggressively, force out the pool, and then there's really nothing that Castle can do about this because he had already used his summoners in that 1v1, had used his ultimate. In the next one is harder and harder and harder, and that's happened multiple times, and now they're looking.
Yeah, they're going after Scary Jerry. Thanatos wants to go in with a little bit of needlework, needs a little more damage, and he ain't going to find it. Now XU's about to be the one to pay the price. Sven takes him down. The curtain call looking for Jerry, and it's a double kill over to Sven. Mr. Useful finds his role, and the Jin gets paid.
Yeah, nicely done. Nails the ultimate there. Scary Jerry looked for the bullet time, but he realized the people in front of him just died. So now he has no one to actually block on the curtain call. So he had to get out of there in a hurry. DSG do at least take down the tower in the bot lane, so they're going to be able to get some Mr. Useful.
It's actually not a bad score at all.
Not
for a character that they make fun of and meme about how he doesn't do anything. I would love to have a 70% win rate on a character that technically, I think I actually used to back when I played Skarner, because I used to always tell people he didn't do anything.
That's true.
So sometimes you just have to doubt your own champion enough. And then the reverse psychology kicks in as now a ton of damage just completely deletes Huhi off of the rift. And that means that Blabber is ready to drive this Herald straight on through mid lane. Tier 1 turret instantly destroyed. The Void Mites march and hop and jump their way onto the Tier 2. And now a second wave is ready to spawn. Meanwhile, Vulcan is continuing the fight, pressuring XU away from his red buff. This not really very comparable there with the second item as Abadaga summons up the Sun Disc, trying to survive as Blabber and Thanatos want to find the angle here on the disguised mid laner. He has his jungler coming down to help him, but a little bit of needlework looks for the slow. Vulcan wants to catch. Oh, Blabber just barely doesn't have the range to land the Glacial Prison, but it does not matter. The rest of the team is there. Sven grabbing the first kill. The curtain call looks to farm the second, but he's not going to hit the shot, and Thanatos gets it. Now Huhi's got to try to run as Vulcan and Blabber take up positions in the enemy jungle. C9 is so far ahead now, they are just seeing champs, clicking champs, killing champs.
Yep, objective bounties spawning soon is always that. Oh, you hate to hear it. We do see Castle pushing up on the top side, but Otacon is going to be gone down here on the bottom side, and that is just going to be C9 getting further and further ahead. And it is not the GA Otacon, it is the much better one. They grab Ruinous, so they are going to be able to farm up those roses.
Yeah, I mean, I take personal offense to that. I've used that icon as my profile picture since like the very beginning of League of Legends.
Maybe it's something to do with you.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, Disguise, come on, fellas. Let's be a little bit polite here.
Up.
Yeah. Well, C9 is definitely not taking too kindly to Disguised either. They are completely forcing them out of their own jungle as Huhi, Scary Jerry, and XU all just have to run back inside the base walls. This Tier 2 turret that they slammed the Herald into earlier, that thing is already gone. C9 has taken a
ton.
The gold lead's actually like 10,000. It's not 7.5 because of just the additive
and
stats
all the XP
from
as
all
well.
of that. Yeah, I mean, every individual level in League of Legends gives you what, around like 500 gold's worth of stats? Oh boy, hold on. I can't even talk about it before who he's already down. Abbedagga throws out the ulti, trying to keep C9 at bay, but XU is under pressure. The Sun Disc isn't going to hold. The Skarner tries to flash away. A little bit more damage is required, and Loki provides. Sven opens up the curtain call, then just gives the emote. He thought he would need to snipe down the enemy jungler, but it's already taken care of by a shot in the air from his own mid laner.
Yeah, opens up the curtains. That is too bright. Closes that back
pull
up.
them right back together. Get the blackout curtains in there.
Yes, sir. You don't want that glare on your monitor.
The sun is too bright early on in the morning.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
we do not want that natural wake-up call.
No, sir.
And it is not a bright morning in disguised skies right now, man.
Stormy skies, man.
All clouds and gloom and doom, and just, it's a good day to go back
looking
to
like it's
sleep
about that
here
time.
in game one. Yeah, but it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll go ahead and call it here.
It a day.
It's tough for them, but I mean, hey, it's first versus last from our first phase, and Cloud9 is making it look exactly as you would expect. Castle wants to go in and find the burst here onto Thanatos, maybe start this fight off right, but it's still going to be a 1-for-1 trade at the very start. Vulcan needs to get away from Abbedagga. Nice use of the Deadly Flourish to root up the disguised mid laner, but Blabber's got to be a little bit careful here. Castle is the main threat, does get the empowered transfusion, but Sven is fearless, skips over the wall to provide the follow-up. Castle tries to get away with the pool, but he's not going to have the survivability in time. XU's now the next target as C9 fully pulls away from the Baron and is ready to engage in the fight. Vulcan with a nice headbutt pull to knock XU up into the air as Sven follows for a 4th shot and sends that Scorpion straight to hell, who he wants to re-engage. And finally, they're going to shut down Loki. Sven very low, and Scary Jerry gets the kill, but now it's Huhi and Abbedagga against the remainder of Cloud9. Scratch that, it's just Huhi, and Blabber and Vulcan are not going to let that stand. It's a 2-for-5. C9 gets the ace.
Yeah, C9 does get the ace. At the very least, they got a couple kills on the other side, but this is the Baron Loki pile in. Castle goes down very early, and you're kind of thinking at this point that this could just be a clean ace. So this could be absolute domination. XU then pulling Blabber back
to get the kills on the 280 carries. But now C9 is back in business, and business is a booming up here in the top lane as they're putting the work in on this remaining tier 2 turret. Meanwhile, Thanatos just standing by over in mid, ready to crash a wave into the first tier 3 that C9 looks to take down in mid. Castle's going to be the one to walk over and try to respond to that, but the tier 3 turret is already at death's door.
Yeah, I mean, it is really, really hard when you're in these spots. Basically, you have to bounce it back and forth between these waves and just fully attack and clear out the one wave, then get back towards mid lane as that wave comes in, because the waves aren't synced up here for C9, so they're going to look.
He wanted to go in, but he misses it. He wanted the quickness with a grand entrance, but he can't quite find Loki. Now Vulcan gets disengaged, but that's Abbedagga's ulti only for the enemy support. Disguised is forced off of the top lane tier 3 turret, while mid is already broken in half. Thanatos has claimed the inhibitor before the fight even fully finishes. Now the top lane inhib's about to drop as well, and C9 puts super minions in 2 lanes at the same time. Now Disguised, down a lot of their big ultis, are going to have to try to continue to hold.
Yeah, and look at bot lane. They even have bot lane on a slow push there, so Dignitas is just going to go over towards bot lane. He's going to be able to catch that wave, push that in, and they're going to look to triple inhib. DSG trying to fight.
Okay, XU looking to find Blabber, but that's not the right target. The Sejuani is so tanky. Vulcan now just trying to play a little bit of interruption as XU is already killed, and now Castle's going to be your next target. Thanatos joins up with the rest of C9, and the needlework is doing the work right there. Castle down as Scary Jerry and Huhi try to get away, but Gwen is not going to tolerate it. A little bit more damage, pulls Disguise back just slightly to try to get the kill, but it's Sven, the only one adding more stats to that kill column. C9 made this look exactly like you would expect it to look. 22-6, 29 minutes in, they slam game 1.
Nicely done there by C9.
C9 feel very limited in this draft.
Yeah, they are very limited. I mean, it's like
Renekton stun.
Flash Renekton stun. You know, the dog just goes in.
For C9. Abbedagga, I feel like, has had a lot of struggles so far this split in terms of making a meaningful impact in a lot of the games, as XU immediately forced to flash away, but still stunned up. C9 going all the way in here, needs one more shot, and it's first blood at 47 seconds.
On his base was a ruby crystal, right? So now he goes back and gets the catalyst. So he was obviously forced to base quite early, and I think that's part of the reason why he was kind of lane lock there, where Abadaga was able to get the push, and then get the push again. That earned them the
on that, but it looks like this time around, they're not willing to let the same thing go down. Disguise has already acquired the first. They're going to get the second. Vulcan wanted to get the interrupt there with the Glacial Fissure. Meanwhile, it looks like a catch on Loki results in the first kill of the game for Disguised. A trade of ultis down in the bottom lane just kind of results in a meaningless back and forth as both champions are still at about half HP, and Disguised wins out 2 grubs for 1, 1 kill for none in the top side scrap.
Yeah, I really like that. They knew there was no flash. Now another fight.
We're not done yet. Vulcan getting into a little bit of trouble here alongside Blabber, who, remember, has no flash. He gets caught out by the Solar Flare, and XU jumps over the wall, setting it up for Abadaga. One more hit from the 3-talent strike of the Braum might just set up another kill as Vulcan is knocked over and Disguised go up 3-1. In that game that they did get their first win in, and I feel like him being able to perform, him being able to impact the game in a meaningful way is so critical for this team to have success.
Exactly. I mean, it's also, coincidentally enough, the same KDA for Flowers on Skarner versus off Skarner.
Yeah, actually, I think it's probably lower than 0.9 if I'm not playing Skarner. It's pretty bad as Castle is in some danger up here in the top side. Thanatos and Blabber working together to end his world, and that they shall do. Slice and dice sure feels nice. Thanatos getting the second kill of the game for C9.
Yeah, going to be able to grab a kill, and this one is going to hurt because there's the plates going to be farmed after that. Grabs one plate, may be able to grab a second. DSG are going to try to make a play on the other side of the map. You can see them all moving down here to try to threaten Loki. Vulcan already there hovering. And because the Hex Gates are there, Blabber's almost back. So Blabber is out on the map a lot faster than they may expect. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Okay, Loki and Vulcan got to try to defend this as He is ready to jump in with the Zenith Blade. A lot of burst down into Loki, but he's still not dead yet. Flashes very late. Vulcan still somehow staying alive. The wind becomes lightning. Tries to secure the kill, and it's a double kill over to XU. Yes, he will fall, but it's still a dub for Disguise.
Yeah, nicely done there. At the end of the day, it is just like a 2-for-2 trade, but they're making the aggressive play. They're getting the TP out, so the fact that they actually get that TP out, I thought this was going to go.
Bottom lane, Thanatos is just going to continue scrapping with Castle. Even though he gets hit by the Q3, he's still happy to slice and dice in there, keep the trade going from an elongated period of time. As back in mid,
Blabber's behind
looks like this turret should go down. They'll just go ahead and force that one out with the Rift Herald as
tale of 2 lanes. It is the gold lead for Abadaga versus the gold lead for Thanatos, and DSG are continuing to play through side lane. They need to do this. I don't want to see them just group 5 and team fight because I think they're going to lose. So I want to see them continue to extend the lead, utilize Abadaga, play through side lanes. If they work, like I said in Champ Select, if you just win all your lanes and you show up to the objectives, your opponents try to walk into you, you just kind of poke them out as they're walking in, and then you kind of win the fight that way. But they didn't win all their lanes this time, and DSG is actually being very competitive, so now you're seeing those weaknesses. Right now, though, C9 is just going to try to trade. You can see Victor slapping that tower up down up in top lane, down in the lower third. You can see that. And at the same time, DSG are going to be able to grab the dragon. They're going to be able to grab a tower of their own. And Abadaga is just getting richer. DSG already starting this up, but there's 2 wards that are spawning it right now. The pink, because of where it's placed, doesn't see over that wall because the wall is between it and the ward. So that's why it's not actually spotting that ward there.
Ooh, Sven getting away there as the Infernal Chains from Castle find him over the wall. Disguised still keeping it up here after the Otacon.
This is so
have
risky.
It down to about half HP. Yeah, this is very risky. Otacon eats through the resistances like crazy. Teleport coming in from Thanatos as Cloud9 is ready to contest. Abadaga finds Loki. Nice amount of burst into the Cloud9 mid laner, but Thanatos is going after Abadaga. That's a very valuable target there as Thanatos takes down the MVP. And C9 now ready to take the fight afterwards. He is low as Scary Jerry tries to get away from the crocodile, but there's no way out. That dude rules the river. It's a triple kill for Blabber as Castle's the last man standing on the Disguise, and the question is answered. Thanatos is him.
Yeah, Thanatos is going to reign supreme.
And the only gold lead left on Disguised for individual roles is Abadaga on the rise, but a nice interrupt there on Thanatos as he tried to slice away. The third Talon strike collided, and so yeah, with the Renekton not having a way to heal up and get back to the fight, do C9 actually have to surrender this? Blabber's saying no. He's taking the Hex Gate going behind him, but now Sven and Loki in some danger as Sven goes over the wall, but he's surely to die here. Enough damage comes through, and Abadaga's doing the killing as Loki tries to get out, but Scary Jerry takes him out. C9 on the run as Disguise continue their chase, and Vulcan's going to be the next target. C9 too overconfident. They wanted to stick around. round when their raid boss was half HP and Disguised had the gear to clear, they will earn themselves a win in this fight, and they will earn themselves soul point.
Man, I'm even more impressed. You know, the fact that they were able to get some early advantages, that happens sometimes in these games, but it is very rare to see a bottom team fighting back from a big gold deficit like that. They get the initial chunk onto Thanatos, they're able to punish him, and then when they see the Hex Gate getting taken, they're going over the wall, and now they're going to commit to the Baron. They're saying, you know what? No TP on Loki, let's just send it.
This is some killer instinct from Disguised, and I am loving what I'm seeing. Blabber jumps over the wall, but he's met with a control ward and Huhi just waiting for him if he tries to enter. Now the Baron down to about 4,000. Blabber thinking about trying to go in for the steal as Huhi's going to be the target as C9 arrives. They immediately jump in, finding a ton of damage down onto Abadaga, but they can't kill him off here just yet. Thanatos has made his way into the back line, killing off XU. Abadaga's going to fall. Scary Jerry 2. Only 2 left alive on Disguised as C9 may have lost the Baron, but the punish is downright disastrous. Huhi surely dies here, and that means there's only one man standing left on Disguised with the Baron buff, and it's Castle's Aatrox.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I respect the commitment. You talked about, you know, Loki flying the plane into the mothership, taking him down. Really this is because he just kind of walked in, maybe, you know, thinking he could just kind of zone them out and then they could get the Baron and the rest could get out. But because he didn't have his flash, he just died. He is on 3 items with the Zonias, 2.3k gold lead. And they still do have the Baron on 1. There's a TP coming in, though. They are going to spot it. Can DSG get out?
C9 trying to go in for this one. The aggressive Glacial Fissure finds Huhi, knocks him up into the air in the first kill, finds Disguised support. Now Thanatos is still trying to make it.
1v1 got massively ahead, and things have kind of just gotten worse because Thanatos has been picking up kills. Castle hasn't gotten anything.
All right, Disguised thinking about contesting the enemy blue buff, but not going to find it. Blabber going in. They want to go after Scary Jerry, but they don't have enough damage here at the start. Blabber needs to use the Hound's Pursuit to try to get away. He's nearly dead. Shut down by Scary Jerry. Disguised kills the enemy jungler with 25 seconds until the Dragon Soul.
Yeah, that's smelling like a DSG Dragon. We'll see if they can get it. There are some low health bars, though. Abadaga is going to push up, but Thanatos is moving over to him. If Abadaga gets caught out, this could be awkward. They're going to try to look for him.
Yeah, Thanatos looking for the rise. The rest of C9 trying to put the pressure on Disguise to make it so they can't help their mid laner, but Disguise now ready for the re-engage. Castle has found Loki, and the Victor is in a tough spot. Abadaga looking to cut off the bottom lane of Cloud9 as Loki is trapped in his own stasis, has to flash over the wall to try to stay alive. Scary Jerry under pressure. Thanatos doing the work. The man refuses to lose. He's already killed 2. XU with the flashback over the wall, and Thanatos will not be denied. Another hit comes through. A double kill for Sven. Thanatos is just winning the game 1v9.
That is not a crocodile. That's Godzilla in the back line. Thanatos
got going about 40%, but they are really slowing this down, and it looks like they might not be able to fully secure it. Thanatos has got to be careful here. Now it looks like Disguise might have found the pick that they need. The Dominus gets procced. He's still got his Guardian Angel. No, he doesn't. Thanatos is shut down, but now Castle's got to try to get away. Huhi's going to be the target as Sven takes him out. XU and Huhi have already fallen, but the trade is Thanatos.
Yeah, the trade is Thanatos, but Castle could base and TP back, so I still think they can potentially contest this. We'll see if they're going to try to walk in here. It would be a 3v4, but they do have the teleport. They still have Abadaga, who's their strongest member.
Okay, the Baron's down to about 2,000 here. Blabber should just be able to smite secure this. Easy peasy. C9 locking that up as Abadaga wants to try to get away, but he's stunned before the Realm Warp goes through. Abadaga with a critical mistake there at the very end. He's been having such a good game overall, I feel, but getting picked off there, now dead for 50 seconds as C9 is armed with the Baron. Thanatos is still dead, but he'll be up in 15, and he has a teleport ready as soon as he spawns.
Yeah, this is going to be really tough to hold here. We'll see if they're going to be able to do it. Blabber's already in the base behind them, by the way. He hopped over the wall here, and he's trying to threaten that flank onto Scary Jerry, making it so he can't even step up to clear the wave, or he would just die. So now they're going to have to give up the inhib for free, and they're just going to have to try to turtle it up here, wait it out at the Nexus for Abadaga, but there's a teleport from Thanatos. C9 wants the end.
Disguise is without their strongest player for the next 15 seconds, and Thanatos is going to lead the charge here for Cloud9, but a lot of damage down onto the Croc, and he's already out of the picture. Nice defense from Disguise, but C9 are not done yet. Huhi low.
Only had a chance to scale, but DSG have shown they have that never say die attitude in this game. They have been continuing to look for plays. They have been continuing to look for fights. Right now, they're going to try to trade on top side. So I think they've decided, you know what, we're going to give up this dragon. We're going to try to play through Abadaga, go for the split push. I do like this. He has the death cap. You know, maybe he can catch someone in the side lane, try to get something back. At the very least, we'll get that isolated gold onto him. And will he continue to
his
push?
way back into the mix? His Castle's ready to intercept them, finds a couple of Qs. Thanatos slicing forward. The Aatrox honestly dealing with this Fed Renekton pretty well at this point in the game. We're got so late into the game now that Thanatos may have met his match. He's bursted down, but he's not killed quite yet. Finally knocked into the Guardian Angel as XU jumps on top of Loki, trying to protect Scary Jerry, but Jerry's already fallen. Blabber takes out Huhi as Thanatos and the rest of Cloud9 scramble to try to stop the solo laners of Disguise. Abadaga falls, Disguised is erased off of the map. The only thing C9 lost was a Guardian Angel, and this game is done.
Cloud9 make it happen at the end of the day.
I thought we were going to get some comms. We didn't. That's all right. C9 on their victory push. They're going to make this one a victory 2-0, 26-12. Disguised made them work for it here in the second game, but C9 remain victorious.
At least we won, guys.
Nicely done by C9, 2-0, but definitely, like you said, made him.
They have a lot of tools here, I think, set up in Champion Select to play them well towards the mid game. And now it's going to be about execution. I think they have actually had a lot of successful...
Dignitas is in their wins, as we see Shaden and Isles setting up.
They're actually walking in the river right now. Shopify Rebellion getting caught here. Big ultimate used. B-Boy not able to find the kill, though. Shaden just dodging it all. First blood picked up by Tomo, and Shopify Rebellion's bot lane get caught. Because Tomo's actually still in that top wave. B-Boy's running back up there. There is an argument that Dignitas could get their AD carry into the Dragon fight if they want to go for it first, but instead they're just going to make the play without him. It's Kaney that starts things up onto Seos. Not a lot of damage to follow it up. Kaney's getting pushed away by Palafox. Shaden actually gets the kill onto Seos. Kaney is traded 1-for-1 support for mid lane.
Or something, that 12 health red buff, though, then it would have been even better for Shopify, but, you know, still chases them out. They still get their objective.
On the top
Beaver's
side.
Wall, flash out from Tomo. He does get away, but that is flash down for a potential Herald fight.
Yeah, the big thing is this could also get them control over the Rift Herald, right?
Contracts is still around. Tomo thought he was safe to walk up the dirt. You ain't safe there. There's a wild pack of dogs on you.
Yeah, I mean, Dignitas, they're still coming, but it's a little bit late now.
Okay, let's see if Isles wants to commit. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the backup. He had Shaden really far away.
And meanwhile, Fudge takes down that bot tier 1, right? So this, again, it's exactly what Kobe...
What did you learn, and what should expectations be from this
prepared.
point?
I mean, so I think the big thing for Shopify in that game, again, was their mid game, right? So what happens
Don't get a
after...
turn in response. They don't get the Dragon. Shopify Rebellion are controlling everything.
Yeah, that kind of setup is like, okay, we want to be able to crash it, right?
Yeah.
To give us mid prio, to be able to rotate for the Drake. Unfortunately, they did probably Otacon.
Probably Otacon. Yeah,
No.
count the minute. Actually, it's a little past the 20-minute mark. We actually have a play in the mid lane right now. Weaver's Wall committed. They want all outer turret. Shopify Rebellion have full.
Oh, Seos is taking the long route. If they actually check the brush here, looks like Shaden is going to go for the full recall and walk his way back. This Otacon does take quite a while to kill.
Fudge is also recalling and now TPing.
Okay, we're going to go for maybe not a full fight contest. Oh, if we can get a pick right here. Bullet time doesn't land on anybody, but Tomo's down anyways. Contracts on a killing spree. Shopify Rebellion pounce on Dignitas as they try and contest the Otacon.
Let's go. I think the shove there might have flicked some of them out of the MFL. I have to see that fight again, but it's fine. We're good. They got the Otacon.
It's like when you do the math problem wrong, but get the right answer.
Yeah, I love pickled anything.
Are you a Pickle Rick fan?
We don't talk about him in this house. We got Shopify Rebellion.
I've actually never seen an episode of that show.
Are we picking out Seos? He's actually a little alone right now, quite tanky, but he's buying time for Contracts to jump in there. And now here comes Palafox. Is this a wise move? So far, it's good. Shaden goes down. Dignitas try and re-engage because they have Surdy nearby, trying to roast through Fudge, but double kill picked up. Fudge still holding the line. They have the Otacon revive. Contracts dodges the shuffle, and Shopify Rebellion can do no wrong. They win another scrap.
Yeah, they've got the Otacon revivals at their back here, so they can afford to take these scraps inside the enemy jungle. They say, Dig, okay, you want to fight? You want to pick Seos? We will fight. We will extract him from the situation, and they're going to get big rewards afterwards because of the revivals.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big thing for me is, again, like when you see some fights like this with a turret in mid lane, and they're going to get the Drake off of it.
Yeah. Plus, with Shopify being far ahead with a collection of 6 grubs, so Shopify, I'm still on an A.
Yeah, we'll see if they can now set up for Baron and
so
be able to
far,
take
so
that
good.
too.
Yeah, they have everyone grouped up together.
Teleport
Fudge is
comes in.
waiting to TP. Earlier teleport coming in from Kaney as now it's the engage. Isles about to go down. Can't get onto B-Boy, and he just punishes him for the effort. Seos traded. Supports are down. Engages are down. Shopify Rebellion can now try and chase down. Shaden in trouble. Contracts goes in. House Pursuit to dodge the damage. Gets the kill on a Rampage. Continues it on to Surdy. Dignitas in full retreat mode now. Their top laner cannot get away. Double kill to Contracts,
That's
and
Baron.
the Rebels win another one.
That's got to be Baron right there. They got 3 kills, including the jungler for Shopify. So they're going to start up the Baron. Let's see. Tomo and Kaney, the only ones left alive.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're going to contest this. They should just keep shoving in this wave, get tier 1.
yeah, they
although,
can't-
yeah, they're not
can't
even
even
going to be able
get
to
the,
defend it. Here comes Palafox.
Gonna push them away solo. They get the Baron. They
Ooh,
defend.
everybody.
We've
Which
moved
is
it
win
to
the
phase.
game.
Phase 3 is you have done all of the hard work. So phase 3.
Just put the paper on the teacher's desk.
Turn your
That's all you gotta do.
paper in and make
Ooh.
sure your name is on it.
Put
Flash.
the fries in the bag.
Okay, so Kaney had to go into stasis to avoid Seos' engage and then almost dies immediately out of it. Flash used, Tomo being dove onto the turret by Contracts. Dignitas cannot even hold onto their base. Surdy's pushing topside, gets 1 turret in response, but the base has been cracked. You got to get back. This could be the game-ending push, but Shopify Rebellion are not going to commit to it. Instead, they'll back off and look mid.
Yeah, I was going to say, they should just rotate, link up with Contracts here, and be able to use these grubs to get, although they're going to back off now, I think.
Yeah, they
and having these negative gold curves later in the game constantly, because he's been chasing it. He just hasn't gotten it yet.
I mean, honestly, though, I really do feel like this is such a good look for Shopify. You know, coming into this next stage, so critical, a transition point for this team. So let's see about the very end of it as the Dragon does arrive and their split push threat on the top side. Culminates here with Fudge at the inhibitor tower.
I was going to say, I really, really love that they're set up for this, sending Fudge to push in that top side. Yeah, and Palafox.
Curtain call from Tomo, though. Okay, the Rise ult actually gets them to safety. Nicely done.
So they do still have the teleports on both those players. So that's why I really like that call. They commit to it, and even though the Dragon is up, they can just recall and teleport over to the other side of the map to the Dragon. So Shopify here set themselves up.
Tomo's all alone right now. The 80 carry from Dignitas just gets wiped by Contracts.
And as
he's
we
gonna go for
see,
more.
TP is coming in.
Bullet time was used. B-Boy pushes away the rest of Dignitas. Surdy teleports in very deep. Has to flash as well. The wheels are falling off for Dig. Shopify Rebellion report card coming back. Aces. Well played early game. Control in the mid game. And now it's the victory lap as they chase Dignitas' living members into the base. Shaden almost dies to B-Boy. They don't need that Dragon Soul. Shopify Rebellion will win game 1 off this push.
Yeah, and what a...
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm flipping. Right. Let's kill him, kill him.
No, don't let me die.
Did I really?
Chick.
Okay.
He lived!
No,
Sorry, I said all this too many times.
Great call from Seos. They saved him several times in this game because they have the options of playing to Ezreal in range, and like Ezreal is one that does have an easier time when you're facing basically early game Prow here. See if they fish around. They want to get a little bit more. Should just be the Dragon, though, in the end. So accruing all of the early game neutral objectives for themselves, according to plan.
Yeah, I mean, 3 grubs plus Dragon, and now maybe a fight here in the mid lane. Kaney getting aggressive, steals the Ariel.
Pushing lanes, see how many resources you can steal away. They're trying to mess around here, but Palafox covers Contract's red buff. So Shaden isn't going to overreach, and it's just going to be that. Here comes Isles, though.
Fudge. Kaney does steal the ult away. Flash early from Fudge. Isles is taking it up. Alistair can take this for quite a while. Kaney has all the time in the world to make this one work. Can he get the first blood? 13 minutes on the timer. Kaney takes the turn shot, and it's Isles that picks it up. Almost traded back 1 for 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, Fudge actually...
So does Kaney, though.
And importantly, Isles was the one that picked up that kill, so Kaney didn't even get the gold. Kaney can teleport in here. Let's see if he goes
teleport.
For it. Deep teleport flank right now. It's being answered by Shopify Rebellion, but Shopify go for the engage onto Shaden. He's alive for now, but now he's gone. Surdy on the flank, but he just can't decide who to go onto. Isles, meanwhile, taking up all the damage. Now it's Tomo as the focus because Shopify Rebellion have their targets and they're shooting them down. 2 for free for Shopify.
Checking here to see if he can make anyone scared and grab anything, but nobody kind of flinches there in the attempt.
Look for the body slam, does not find it. Dignitas just back away. Now back onto the Herald. Shopify Rebellion. Ooh, this could be a big poke. Tomo now half health. Could be harder to go for the fight, but Isles just snap engages on the B-Boy, trying to get away, and he's out of there already. Tomo in some trouble. The Palafox with the teleport does get in there. Fudge as well. Shopify Rebellion trying to turn the play, and Isles, despite being tanky, will go down. Now can Dignitas fight through it? They got Katie. They got Surdy. They're ripping through Shopify Rebellion, and Dignitas turn the fight. They'll take it.
And the big thing there to me is, again,
we're still talking
if
about
they get tower and either objective, then that'll be it for Fudge.
See if they are able to do
that top turret.
Yeah, there it is. One turret goes down. Dignitas pick it up.
They have been timing Palafox's teleport, so you can already tell Shopify are like, we are not going to mess around with any sort of dragon fight. You know, that is the higher priority of the objectives. Rift Herald is pretty low priority. Plus, Otacon is on the bottom side of the map, so Dignitas will use their advantage here. They grab that dragon, they get their feet, and now with the reset from Shopify, though, Dignitas have to be a little bit careful about the counterattack if they go too far.
We've got to be worried about Fudge right now as Isles actually keeping him in place. The turret is actually the focus here from Kaney. And now Shopify Rebellion, while they still have the turret, are trying to turn the play on its head. They get one, and they're going for the deeper engage. Isles misses it, and now trying to be sturdy on the front line here. Gets a lot of damage out. Shannon goes in, but look at Palafox on the Isles. Kaney now turns attention over there, but they've lost their bot lane. They're going to lose their top lane. Sturdy gets shut down, and it's Contracts with the kill. Kaney will fall. Shopify with a massive fight right at the Otacon.
You called it, Kobe, and they did not listen onto him. And then on the back half of this, I was a little bit worried about Palafox spending so much time trying to kill Isles because Surdy missteps, but pretty good from Shopify to be able to absorb a lot of this early Dignitas pressure, and also just capitalizing on their overextensions.
Yeah, Shopify, I think, looking definitely improved here as we get into the best of phase of split number 2, with both of these games kind of stacking up. And now, presumably, they'll be able to use this lead to gain a bunch of gold and really push that lead.
Making another play here onto Tomo. Cleanse not on cooldown.
Bye-bye.
Ooh, this champion is just cursed, man. Callista has been struggling in pro play, and it looks like it could be another loss. Shopify take a tier 2.
Maybe that's what they want.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, they're so short range that Shopify, with also the gold lead now and so much vision coverage, like there's not a lot of angles for Dignitas, so you kind of have to full send. They're still gonna fight them off. Dignitas.
Are we riding the Herald into the pit?
They did it. They did their teleport.
Are they riding the Herald into the pit? Oh, man, I was excited for it. Have the gold lead, ace Dignitas. There's a world where they could just go for a game-ending play if they have the right waves to play with, but right now they don't. They're actually getting their bot wave shoved down. That's a TP early from Surdy. Fudge goes in. He's now going to frontline for Shopify Rebellion. B-Boy's trying to get into position with Palafox as well. Kaney takes the Ahri ult, and Surdy's on the flank, but he's spotted. Shopify Rebellion know that the Crocodile's there. Fudge is going to go mark him, while the rest of the team front to backs. Isles and Shaden are just going to force the engage. Kaney jumping in and trying to get on B-Boy, but he gets to safety. Kaney following him. He's stunned up. B-Boy lives! Contracts on a killing spree, but can the Ezreal carry? Tomo's trying to do what he can. The Ren stack stacking up, but he falls as well. Shopify Rebellion have cleared the threats. It's just Surdy left for Dignitas, and he doesn't have enough gas in the tank. Palafox and B-Boy played it beautifully. Shopify Rebellion will find their team fight win.
They're going to team fight, Emily.
Yeah, and as Isles sees the angle onto B-Boy, but he's actually not
there aside, I was going to bring up the fact that Contract's still keeping up that kill participation. He's there for 12 out of 14 kills. Shout out to Palafox as well, as they're doing the final work with his Baron buff on the side lanes. They've been playing aggressive together as a team and always making things happen.
Yeah, and as we see them setting up on this top side, we have Palafox pushing in this mid lane wave, which should be coming in a bit. They're going to take down that bot tier 3.
And you'll see the side lane will tell you when they're going to make a move, if Dignitas are going to make a move at all, because they need the Silas. So they kept Kaini split pushing, and now he's recalling, so they're looking at it.
That was a flash from Isles there, and now Tomo going to go back in. Dignitas find a couple of members, but they can get over the wall. Seos too tanky, so Surdy's actually getting chunked. Kaini is here now. Seos is the focus. Shopify Rebellion should lose their support. Dignitas will defend the base.
Yeah, they lose their support. I was wondering what was going on this side, but it just looks like Shopify completely backed off because Kaini was there.
This just reminds me of the comms listen-in that we had at the end of last game. And we heard Seos plead, guys, don't let me die.
Yeah, they let him die that time. They abandoned him.
Want to use, and they're just going to give this dragon up because, and when you're looking at it from Dignitas' point of view, you basically have one more full send left in you.
Yeah.
And you don't want to
Dragon's going to be important, but Baron's now on the Rift as well. Surdy's pushing in that bot side. He should get that tier 2 turret. And Dignitas, as long as they don't get caught, Isles, he's tanky, but he would have to burn ultimate, and that would make it really rough to actually approach a Baron. So nice that he's able to get away, but that is tier 2 turret bot side falling.
All
yeah,
right.
We'll see Fudge if he's going to keep pushing in, or he's going to be backing now.
He's the key binder.
The first one I understood, he backed and picked up the zone. Is this one a little rougher, as they will start the Baron now, but Surdy is nearby, and now here comes the engage. Isles onto contract, Seos in trouble. Kaini has the Ahri ultimate and the flank, but he's trying to get locked down, as now Shaden's trying to back him up, goes back in onto Palafox, into the stasis. Shaden about to fall, Tomo free fire, and Surdy out of the back line, and Shopify Rebellion start the fall. That's a shutdown picked up. Contracts is dominated, but Kaini and Tomo are the main characters of this one. Kaini picking up a double flash from Contracts, trying to chase down onto Isles. He's about to go into the GA as Kaini will lock him in place. Surdy and Tomo on top of him. Dignitas come online when it matters, and they win a massive team fight. Contract shut down. Kaini massive.
Full send is successful for Dignitas, and they're going to get a Baron, and we are going way longer into this game.
Maybe they'll beat their first game,
They
honestly.
could.
And I mean, then Surdy into the back line right there.
And almost nobody was ever attacking Tomo.
Yeah.
So all of the beefcakes are diving forward, sending Isles forward as well. And they get their Baron. Now they're the ones with the buff.
Oh, now it's Fudge getting caught out. He does have the stasis back now, but still hit by the Glacial Prison. Trying to survive Surdy's onslaught. There is the zone. He's buying time for the rest of the team to come in. He is quite beefy. In goes Contracts. Big triple knockup. Trying to get further back. Tomo gets hit by the charm. Contracts is on top of him with the clone, but now gets back to the rest of the team. Fudge is already down. Dignitas take out Seos. Dignitas Solar Flare onto Contracts. That's 3 of them. And Dignitas weather the storm. Finds 3 kills. Baron buff pushing the mid wave. They're going for the game.
Yeah, that's the game.
Dignitas, all 5 members up. There's no chance. Shopify Rebellion do have their damage dealers. They're going to have to try and hit this wave, but there's another one waiting. Dignitas have a cannon wave. Final touches here. Do they want to go for the dive or just take out the turrets?
10 seconds on Alistar ultimate. They could wait for that, but they just go.
A lot of damage to start things off, but that's one turret already down. They're going to take down the carries. That's it. Dignitas bringing us to game 3. GG.
Beef is the way of the future.
Yeah. I kind of want that to happen just because it's really funny.
I think,
Maybe your vocal cords can handle it. You know what?
Back in my day.
I have faith in you.
All right, thank you.
I try priority to give up.
Okay, I'm here.
Early hook in here from Miles. I mean, Seos is still arguably winning this, but Ignite goes down. B-Boy does not have the cooldowns to back him up, and the autos from Tomo flashing forward. That's going to be first blood picked up by Dignitas. One more. Oh, Seos lived! Level 2! Shopify Rebellion get level 2 earlier. Isles does land the hook. What Seos gets it! This one, although now Contracts is... No, he's still on the red buff. Never mind.
Yeah, they had also been like spam pinging it. I believe it was the retreat yellow pings.
Execution. Palafox predicted it. Flank here. Seos is hiding in Fog of War. There goes the Maokai ultimate. B-Boy's going to try and get some damage in. There's the hook. Does land on the Seos. Throws up the shield immediately as the Ziggs bomb will trade damage. Now Surdy all alone. The rest of Dignitas zigged as he zagged, and now he gets caught out. That's a kill for Shopify Rebellion. That's 3 on the board as they teleport to Palafox. Goes for the ultimate, does not land it, and Dignitas get out. But that can kind of blitz through these structures very fast. But currently it's Dignitas earlier to the Dragon yet again.
Yeah, and they should get this. Shopify know that they're there, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of contest coming out from them. You have Palafox pushing in this top side.
Clear
wave.
ultimate, you have to teleport.
Well,
so Shopify have priority here with the Scion.
Much better for the Scion because you can always TP back to that bottom turret, but it's Shaden that's going to kick things off. Teleport in from Surdy as well. Tomo just sees the Scion go by, and here comes Fudge. Choo-choo, lock down Isles, take him out of the fight. Seos flashes, Kaney follows, and will equalize the kills. Tomo very low though. Here comes Fudge, big damage. B-Boy on the flank as well, forces Flash out of Tomo. Shaden as well. It's only Surdy left to fight, but he's got no team around him. He uses Flash. Followed from Fudge. Surdy's out of there. Shopify. That counts for Palafox. That's 5. That's a blue bar there, Emily.
Yeah, I think they should just...
Oh, nice little blitzcrank hook. Chain of Corruption followed up. Seos, not a lot of damage actually on the follow-up. And in goes Palafox onto the turret with the Ziggs bomb. They find an assassination. They'll lose Seos for it, though. It's Surdy now chasing down Fudge. Kaney teleported in here. Dignitas do not want to give up the fight. They're going to try. Fox, who has the snapback, soul unbound, great ability there. Shopify Rebellion will get this dragon.
Yep, and that'll give them the Drake as we see this fight again. So Blitzcrank hook onto...
Out of that last tussle for the Herald, Palafox was one of 2 people to not flash. It was Isles and Palafox. Everybody else flashed. So Palafox flashing from Kaney's public execution. Big. Kaney will get a turret as we come back. Always onto Pantheon, who's got his shield up, or it's onto Palafox, who's able to snap back to wherever he was, and it hasn't been that impactful.
Remember, focus, mid-tower.
Mid-tower. Yep. That is the name of the game. That is mission.
We're going to get it because we have Ziggs. Let's go.
So now we are starting to see the power of that Zig.
Expenditure is the ultimate from Maokai and Aatrox, because Lily Asleep is one thing, but it's such a big part of what Dignitas built. Not having those big ultis for
the adrenaline starts rushing.
Yeah, I mean, meanwhile though, we see Kaney pushing in after chunking a little bit low once again. They are rewarded on the side of Dignitas, so we stay very. So
well,
let's go ahead and look at this.
How did that taste for you, Kobe? Because Shopify Rebellion are starting that one off. Dignitas currently not spotting it, but Shaden's in the neighborhood. He should be able to see this. The us of the sapling. Shopify Rebellion, do they commit? 5 members here. Kaney could look to teleport in as B-Boy's hoping to hold the line from Dignitas. Shopify Rebellion are still on the Baron. Under half health right now. The Maokai ultimate will go out. Kaney not committing the ultimate. If Dignitas can just stop the Baron and it's starting to reset, Shopify back out of it. They want that teleport from Kaney. They're not going to stop the fight until that goes down. Chain of Corruption misses from Tomo. As now Fudge trying to frontline here. Shaden could be in some trouble. Kaney now joins in the fight, and it's good for Dignitas to kick things off. Kaney's still alive, burning to the Ignite. One last tick, he's not down. Contracts gets the Baron and burns down.
7, I've got it.
Well, now they're looking in the eyes of Otacon. They have the Baron buff. Dignitas might approach yet again. Ultimates are back up. Dignitas can try and make some magic happen right now. They're down a little bit of gold, but it's not game-ending. Teleported from Surdy. He's going for the flank. Otacon's a focus. Big rocket grab from Isles, but the team's not quite there to follow it up. Shaden goes down. Dignitas got the Otacon, though. Shaden steals it, so they have the revives. Kaney and Surdy, they can run this fight. Shut down for Kaney. Palafox goes on a killing spree, but he's shut down afterwards. Isles trying to lock down B-Boy here, who's running for the hills. Surdy chasing him down. He's got the flash available. Will he try and use it to survive? No, he's pulled back in. Shut down to Surdy.
Are you not entertained? Baron to one side, Otacon to the other side. Dragon goes over to Dignitas.
What did you want, Emily? A back and forth banger. We got it.
Oh, God, that...
It is a nail biter. Both of these teams giving it their absolute all. Jat said it on the lounge as Palafox might just get picked off right here. He tries to ult away, but Isles is just waiting for him to come back. The team trying to back him up now. He's locked into place. Palafox airborne. Palafox goes down. Tomo, meanwhile, flashing away from Fudge. He's in a 1v1 versus the top laner, and he's not winning it, but the team might just win it for him. Dignitas find 2. They're gonna get Fudge. 3 fall for Shopify Rebellion. Contracts gets a big sleep, but there's just not enough follow-up from B-Boy. Contracts trying to do it himself, has Fudge in the zombie form. Contracts dancing around the fight, but cannot get the final hits necessary. Now he's locked into place, goes into stasis. Kaney burning down. Kaney does fall. Contracts making it happen for Shopify Rebellion. Almost all the damage.
Well, look at how much damage Contracts
we have a
is doing
TV coming in live right now. Rocket grab onto Fudge. He's just completely picked off from the rest of the team. That's an easy one for Dignitas. Isles, we've been waiting for the big rocket grab. That might have been it. They got Baron up.
And pressure the other side.
And worst case scenario, they delay. Fudge coming up with teleport. That's a flank from Surdy. Here, Shopify Rebellion are about to have the pincers clamped on them. Can they get out of this one? Dignitas approach. Shopify do not see Surdy there yet. Contracts gets locked down for right now. He's getting knocked up. Kaney's on top of him. Contracts down. Shut down over to Surdy. Now Palafox going to try and make a miracle happen here. He gets onto 2, but Tomo goes into the stasis. Dignitas get 2. Palafox in trouble. B-Boy's going down. Dignitas are doing it. They're crushing Shopify Rebellion for the Baron attempt. Public execution under the turret. Kaney takes Palafox. Fudge TP's mid, but he's the only member left. Dignitas crush the fight.
Really excellent TP flank from Dignitas, right? Like, Shopify made them, like, forced them into a decision. They had that flank ward available. Eliminating Contracts so early is crucial in these fights because of the damage he does and the CC he provides. And really, really excellent stuff coming out of Dig, recognizing where they could send
work for Dignitas.
Yeah, Palafox almost turns it on the Tomo, but he had the stasis. You're talking about the correct times to use stasis, Kobe. That was one of them, as Tomo was able to survive, and then the dive continues.
And
money in with you.
They should be able to close out this game before making it into the top 3.
Dignitas just need to play patiently. Don't play too aggressive. We've seen teams throw leads. We've seen both of these teams throw leads. As long as Dignitas play smart, they can close this one out.
And just a little bit of stake setting here because the lounge brought it up, right? Like, this game is crucial.
Kaney could be caught out in the side lane right now. Public execution is used, but Contracts, Lilting Lullaby, Drowsy. Is he going to go to sleep? Contracts taking a lot of damage. Goes into the stasis yet again. Kaney knocked up. Contracts still alive. Fudge gets the kill, but the base is getting destroyed. Dignitas take down that middle inhibitor. They're going to look for that bottom inhibitor turret, but that's something for Shopify. They at least find a pick as the rocket grab misses from Isles.
In a lot of scenarios, that's just what you have personal best. Can we go longer?
You should always be
53-26.
trying to hit your personal best every time.
I agree with that sentiment. It looks like the Baron could be the deciding factor here, though. We're already early teleporting Surdy in. Shopify Rebellion don't have Palafox. He doesn't have great flanking wards either. So it should be a front to back. Dignitas are starting up the Baron right now. Contracts could go for it. He's been looking to take the tie for the most Baron steals. Can this be the one? Instead, it's going to be an engage, but Surdy comes out of Fog of War, and it's Fudge. It's locked down. Palafox in trouble as well. Focusing on the front line. Surdy buys so much space for the rest of Dignitas. Fudge falls, and Kaney fighting Palafox in the 1v1 will find him. Contracts all alone. B-Boy's trying to get that damage in. Seos jumps towards his death. Dignitas did it. A double kill to Tomo as Palafox snaps back to his death. That's going to be a clean ace of a team fight. Dig a ditch, 6 feet deep, tombstone reach, Shopify. Dignitas win the series 2-1.
What a great call and what a great series from Dignitas. They've improved incrementally. They're going to take the win.
And what a fit.
Oh,
and an inhibitor respawn.
Trolling
We
him.
can squeeze a few more seconds out of this, baby.
Go. Bro, I just want to win.
No. Get it to 1 HP. Get it to 1
I feel there were
HP.
seconds.
We can always hunt. Get it to 1. Go ahead. Jay,
Keep up the Zonias.
Oh, I'm winning the game. I don't give up.
No,
You guys.
What a beautiful way to close that